Damn, the Lakers really about to be the first team to come back from 3-0. That's crazy. Always on the forefront, always the first historic team.
Big dog Tommy, and I'm bringing tension. Holler at me face to face. I don't check my mentions. When I slide, no sudden moves. All my goons are stretching. And I'm taxing for the feet.
And welcome back to the Hard to Handle Sports Podcast. My name's Ismael San Juan. Thank you so much for being here. God damn, the Lakers are cooked. They go down 3-0. It's absolutely over. Liverpool's season is actually over too. It looks like they are done. They lose to Everton. They lost to Atalanta just last week. It's bad for Liverpool. They really choked their whole season away in 2 weeks. And Nadal, my boy Nadal, gets his dub at Madrid. It's going to be his last time playing. And it was very sad how he said he wished, he could play a little longer so his son could see him play. So that's a little sad. But all of that on this episode of the Hard to Handle Sports Podcast. Let's get started. It is over. It's over. There's no other way around it. The Lakers season ends to Denver again. Every game left is just, because they have to, so they don't get fined. Lakers go down 3-0 against Denver, against the Nuggets. They have another 10-point lead. They have another double-digit lead in the game, and they just can't hold on. Everyone except AD and LeBron, absolutely atrocious. D'Lo, 0 points, which is atrocious. Get out of here. Get out of this team. I'm done. I'm done with D'Lo. He's over here eating fruit snacks instead of going to the huddle. I know the huddle, we'll get into this, but I know the huddle don't mean anything because Darvin Ham can't draw up a play, can't scheme to save his life. But still, you gotta be part of the team. You gotta show up. You can't be sulking like that just because you're having a terrible game. Like, come on. But yeah, anyways, the energy, the spirit of the team is completely shot, completely gone. In the third quarter, when Denver made a run and took the lead, broke away 6 to 8 points, it was done. It was done. Everything else was just a formality. Everybody was just walking. Nobody really cared, to be honest. Not even LeBron or AD. Like, they cared more than the others, but like they weren't trying to pump up their players. No one was really high energy. No one was trying to be the leader. They were cooked. And I blame that on Ham. Obviously, LeBron and AD, as the leaders of the team, as the best players of the team, they could have done more. But it's also on the coach to be like, snap out of it, guys. What the fuck? Like snap out of it. Like, there's still a quarter and a half left. This is our season. No matter what happens, we got to leave it out on this last quarter and a half. And it was just lackluster. They were just going through the motions. There was no energy. It was pretty embarrassing, to be honest, to put that effort wearing the Lakers jersey, the historic Lakers jersey. To be putting up that effort is embarrassing. Reeves, nothing. Hachimura, nothing. D'Lo, obviously nothing. It was just a terrible game. The series is over. Disappointed personally as a Laker fan who's going to Game 4. I'm just gonna go see them get swept. Like, this team is done. They're demoralized. They have no fighting spirit left. It's bad. The Nuggets are gonna beat the Lakers 12 times in a row. Embarrassing. They own us. They're our father. We're the Nuggets kid. We're the Nuggets son. We look up to them. I hope they give us a little bit of playtime. I hope they keep us in our playpen and give us some toys because they're our father, and it's very evident, and we have given up. And fire Darvin Ham. He's a terrible coach. I don't know how he's lasted this long. The crowd, I think justifiably, was booing him and chanting fire Darvin Ham. Like, get him out of here. He's done. He lost the team. He lost the locker room. No one believes in him. I don't believe in him. Get him out of here. But man, another team that's really going through it these last few weeks, not just the Lakers. Obviously, the Lakers lost 3 playoff games in a row. But Liverpool, let's talk about Liverpool. Liverpool, who is supposed to be leaving it out. Liverpool, who's supposed to be leaving it out all on the field for Jurgen Klopp. It's his last season after 7-8 years there. He announced that he's going to step away, basically in November, the start of the season. He said this is it. And many thought Liverpool was going to have a historic season in response to this. And they won one of the cups. It wasn't the FA Cup because it's still going. I think they won the Carling Cup or the Carabao Cup, whatever they call it nowadays. which is the smallest cup in England for top division. So, very on par to what Klopp has been winning during his Liverpool time. They're now steadily behind Arsenal and Manchester City in the Premier League title after losing to Everton. Everton, who's fighting for relegation. And then in Europa, because they didn't do that good last season, they weren't in Champions League. In Europa, they're the clear favorites going into the quarterfinals, and they get kicked out of the league by Atalanta, put up a stinker that last round. I think they lost 3-0, and then they won 1-0. Put up an absolute stinker. And if you were a Liverpool fan at that moment in time, you're probably looking at it as, glass half full. You're trying to see the silver light in it. And you're like, at least we could focus on the league. We won't have to split our time between the Europa League and the Premier League. At the end of the day, winning the Europa would have been cool, but for a historic team like Liverpool that wins Champions League, it doesn't move the needle too much. Like, let's just focus on the Premier League after crashing out in Europa. Boom, next week, lose to Everton, and your season's over. They've just been stacking up bad results. I think it started with their draw against United, Atalanta, Everton. It's just not good. It's just not good. There's no other way to put it. It hasn't been good. And I think the Liverpool era under Jurgen Klopp, the first thing you're going to remember is digging themselves out of the rut, digging themselves out of that hole that they were in prior to Jurgen. That's the first thing you're going to think of. Like, damn, he really won us our first Premier League title after 30 years. He really won us another Champions League. Like, let's remember it fondly. And then a close second after that, because it was a successful year. There were protagonists for most of his period there. Is going to be like, damn, we couldn't close out. We weren't clutch when it came to the last few months of the season. And we were just perpetual second place teams. And that's just unfortunate. Jurgen Klopp could have left with a lot more titles. Liverpool could have won a bunch more Premier Leagues. Obviously, City's a juggernaut, but I think that's the second thing you're going to think of with Jurgen Klopp. It's like, damn, if those teams just knew how to close out the season a little bit better, if they could just hold their nerve those last few seasons in April and May, if they could just hold their nerve a little better, we could have been looking at this era a lot more fondly. But overall, it's still going to be successful. But once again, a Jurgen Klopp Liverpool team can't get it done to close the season. What do you know? And to wrap it up, man, my boy Nadal is on the verge of retiring. Every game could be his last one. Now he's playing in the Madrid Open. He wins pretty easily in the first round against a 16-year-old. And, I don't know if you guys seen the images, but they even have banners ready, like for whenever he loses, to give him like some type of ceremony and some type of like appreciation. But it's sad. It's sad to see Nadal go out, especially because I never got to see him play. I got to see him practice on the practice courts, like second row at Indian Wells in 2021. But other than that, like, I haven't been able to see him play live. And, I was supposed to see him this year at Indian Wells, but he had to pull out for injury. And now it just keeps getting sadder and sadder. Like yesterday, he had a comment that, I wish I could play longer. I want my kid, who's just a little tiny baby. I think he's under one, or maybe he's one, but he's a little baby. He's still young. He's probably not going to remember anything from this time. He's like, I wish I could play longer so that my kid could have a memory of me playing tennis, like on the pro circuit. But then he's like, I just can't. My body won't let me. And, oh, man, it hit all the feels. I was like, man, that's so sad. Like, no, my boy Nadal is really, like, on his last legs. And once he said that he can't, and he wants to do it for his kid, I got like kind of excited. I was like, yes, he might actually like, play in one more year or something. But nah, he pretty much said like, yeah, I can't do it. My body can't hold up. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure to tune in to a Nadal match. Madrid Open. Rome is next. Hopefully he makes it to Roland Garros in May, end of May, start of June. And that would be probably his last hoorah, and then we'll send him off into the sunset, and we'll appreciate Nadal for everything he's done for tennis, for the sport, for everything. We'll thank him, and we'll give him his flowers, and End of an era. Goodbye suck. Goodbye suck. That's all I gotta say. But that should do it for this episode of the Hearts Handle Sports Podcast. As always, just a quick episode. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And damn, the Lakers really about to be the first team to come back from 3-0. That's crazy. Always on the forefront. Always the first historic team. Peace.
When I slide, no sudden moves. On my goons are stretching. And I'm taxing for the feet on my damn collections.